also unmute yourself if you feel comfortable in sharing. So do so, because we are so many people from different parts of the world. It's a good chance to finally connect, which is the session about. And we will kick it off slowly. I'm still hoping that some more of you will join, so we can make this hour worth even more. But at the same time, we will slowly kick off. So hi everyone, my name is Anna. I'm tuning in from Hungary, Budapest, where I am based currently, but I've lived 10 years abroad, both in France and in Austria. And I've been part of Impact Hub Network and Impact Hub Global for almost 6 years now, with small breaks here and there. And I'm usually leading different international and translocal programs that have always a strong focus in community building, which is one of my biggest passions here. And I have Lucia, who I wanted to ask as well, because she does have strong connections to community building, to introduce herself, so you know who we are.
Hi everyone. It's really nice to be here with you. Radu, I'm like a copy paste of Anna, because I am also in the network for almost 6 years now. And I'm also working generally as a program manager, starting 6 years ago in Impact Hub Bucharest, and in the meantime joining the global team. And honestly, lately I've been finding more of a struggle around community building. So I'm really curious about what ideas you have around community building, because I do believe that at the core of all our work and all our projects, is being able to actually build the sense of community and bonding between participants. And this is the way that we can increase the engagement and the participation. And I know all of us are struggling with that. So yeah, I do hope that today we'll find the new ideas and sharing new can build our communities better, stronger for the future. Hello.
Thanks,
Back to
Lucia.
Anna.
Indeed. Indeed, and since both of us are strongly believe in this, we want to start with ourselves and just deepen our connections today together. I mean, imagine if you'd have the chance to speak all 500 makers who signed up, you would probably solve most of your problems, because there is no impossible, but only in isolation. So that's why I'm really strong advocate for this. But today is all about you and connecting beyond numbers. But before we do that, I wanted to bring in a bit of an icebreaker question so that we can connect first in a shy way in the chat. And then as we go, I will start calling a couple of you out to share your answers. And then we will move into the main part of the session, which is the breakout rooms and connecting in smaller setup. So I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions just very quickly in a fireside way. And then your only role is to put your answers in the chat. Let's start with something easy today. Where are you tuning in from? And just put your answers very quickly in the chat. Stockholm, Lagos, Sweden, Bucharest, Lund. Super nice. Portugal, Romania. Amazing. Thank you. All right, Bogota, Colombia. Good morning. Nice. Lagos. Great. All parts of the world already present. Let's go for the next one. From 1 to 10, where is your energy level at? 1 being, meh, I don't want to do this. And 10 being like, yes, ready to go. 7. 10, Louise, up all night, preparing for the festival, still bumping with energy. 8, 9, wow, nice. Good energy in the room. Okay, next question. Slowly. For how long have you been part of Impact Hub? Impact Hub, either global or local, in total. 5 years, 12 years. 1 year, 6. Nice. All right. 4.5, 3 years. Okay, let's go to the next one. How many impact hubs have you visited so far? Do you know? Can you count, Maria? I see your face. It's probably possible. And bonus question, which one is your favorite so far? I know we don't play favoritism here, but sometimes a little boost. You don't remember one. Okay, that's for the previous question. Nice. It was 7, 3, 7. Wow, that's many. Do you know about the global passport, all of you? I hope you are taking advantage of it when you travel. Jesus visited 10 with social media pages and websites. Well, with the global passport, you can go and do that in person if you have the chance to travel. All right, cool, thank you. All right, let's go away a little bit from the Impact Hub world and let's ask a bit more weird questions. There comes the would you rather, to get to know you a bit more. Would you rather live underwater or in outer space, if you could choose? Where would you build the first Impact Hub, in outer space or underwater? Outer space. Nice. Catalina, why would you choose underwater? Do you mind sharing?
I love the ocean. It's very nice.
Because it's really nice? I couldn't hear you very well. Jesus, you want to live in between? Now we can, yes.
Yes, I was saying that I love the ocean and I love being on the ocean is the best peaceful place ever. So that's why.
I hear your point. Thanks for sharing. Jesus wants to live in between. Nice. All right. Would you rather speak all languages or speak to animals? What would you choose? If you don't mind muting yourself, Amir and team, it's a bit noisy. Thank you so much. Both has always the third answer, right? Nice. Natalia, why would you choose animals, to speak to animals rather than speak all languages? If you can hear us. We can use AI for human translation for sure. All right, last weird question. Would you rather fly or teleport? Let me see. My chat is a bit frozen. Teleport, fly, nice. It's also a mix. Flying is too slow for you. Nice. Salom, why would you want to teleport? Where would you go first?
Because I have a sister that lives in Germany, so I think I would go to her house.
Yeah, you could skip all the hassle and bustle. Nice. Yes, that's pretty far. Okay, thank you. All right, so this was just a little warm up. We're gonna dive a bit deeper and learn a little bit in small groups who you are and who each other are and what we are known for and what we connect to in our daily lives. How many of you know the art of hosting methodologies? How many of you are practicing it actively at your Impact Hub? Just put like an emoji or something. Yeah. I see some yes. Awesome. really cool. Good. So today we're gonna practice that a little bit online, because you can do that, and as we go along with our lives and as we advance technology, many things we can do nowadays online. And one of the formats that we like to practice is triads. I don't know if you know this methodology that you can do as part of events, as part of workshops, whatever you do, to connect deeper and to listen carefully and actively to each other. It's a really nice and creative way of exchanging ideas and putting something general into systematic in the end. So you can ask very practical and very important questions that influence your work or your network or where you want to go. But it also is very helpful if you want to deepen your connections with someone, because it allows space for active and deep listening, and also harvesting and feedbacking to each other. So it's a three-way conversation where there is always one person only who speaks. So let's dive deeper into that one before we go into our group session. Today, this is what you are going to practice as well in breakout rooms. So stay with us. And I'm just gonna quickly introduce it to you for those who don't know this method. So in a triad, there is always three persons, and one has always the most active role, who is the speaker. The speaker is the one who shares a story related to the question that we ask. I don't know, something like, what is your animal? And then the speaker, in this case, I have 2 minutes to share what is my favorite animal and why. And as you see, and as you allow the space for the speaker, you will see that there is more and more depth into the stories, all the way from I like birds. You can go into why you like birds. You like flying, you like, liberty, you like being free, and you like to travel around the world. And that's how you get to know someone a bit better. So that's the speaker's role. The speaker always speaks for a certain amount of time, which I will tell you in the end of this session part. The second person is the listener, the interviewer. It's the person who listens carefully and very actively. It's the person who keeps eye contact, who kind of reacts in a non-verbal way to the story. This person has also the role to ask clarifying questions and follow-up questions if something is not understood, but in a sense, someone who can deeply listen without having to react, and actually reacting to the story from their own perspective. And then the note taker is the third role, which is the person evidently who's taking notes during the story, writes down observations about feelings, about certain parts of the story that stood out to them, about any shift that happened in between. And in the end, can read back these observations to the speaker. It's some sort of a gift to the speaker, because there is someone who observed them and feedbacked to them based on their story and what they noticed. So in these triads, what we usually do is a set amount of time. So there is always 2 minutes to tell the story, and then 2 minutes for the listener to ask clarifying questions, and then 2 minutes for the note taker to feedback after the story. The note taker is also the one who keeps the time, by the way. So every 2 minutes, it's the note taker who shares, who stops the person who's speaking or asking the question to move on to the next round. So each round is 6 minutes long, and every person should take the role once. So when we send you into the breakout rooms, you should be the speaker once, you should be the listener once, and you should be the note taker once in a round, until you're all in a circle and you all done all of them. So it takes about 18 minutes to get to know each other. And then we come back to the main room. We will send you again to another round. We come back, and then we close together with some LinkedIn exchanges, so that we can have already instant connections that we can take forward. Does that sound good? Do you have any questions before we go into the breakouts? Before I have a question to you. Is all clear? I can see faces very well because I can move my camera. All right, if that sounds good and there are no questions, this is the question that I want to pose to you and send you off to the breakout. Keep in mind that you are in charge of your own group, so you should be paying attention yourselves on when the 2 minutes is up and it's the next person who starts to speak or observe or write the harvesting. We will call you back in 18 minutes. The question is, what's a value that is important to you and how do you live that through your work and life? And take a couple of seconds to think about it. Don't feel that you have to fill all the space. If you're a speaker, you can stay quiet for a while if you want. It's also the listener's point of view to also the role of the listener to listen, even if it's silence, and enjoy. So I'm just gonna invite my host.
Then we got assigned to another, or more people got assigned here.
No. Oh, more people came?
Welcome back, everybody. Can you hear me well?
Yes, when you are back, you automatically have your camera on.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I think everybody's here.
Everybody's back. How was it? How were your little triads? Did you manage to do them? We were 6 in the end in the room with the Impact Hub Stockholm, so it was an extended version. So we just shared our values.
We were with Dan, and then something changed in the breakout rooms, but all good.
No worries.
But we had a great one. Salome is here. It was Madalena, Salome, and I.
Nice. All right. Good. Is there someone who just tried it the first time? How did you like it? If you managed to do it and you didn't cheat and made it into the chat session, which is also okay. All right. We are a bit shy, but that's fine. All right, so before we still have 20 minutes, so we can do another round of this if you are open to it. And we will try to do different rooms this time. So this was basically the roles that we played and the methodology we tried, which is triad. We will continue with this so that you can practice it even more. It's just a recap of the roles here. And then we will also do another 20 minutes of these. We are a bit short on time, but we will make it back to the main room and then connect separately if we can afterwards. The second question is, or more of a storytelling ask, is to share a story of when you met someone unexpected and that person changed your day or year or even your life. We all have those random encounters that you didn't think that will mean something, and in the end we're like, wow, that was a great one. So this would be the second one, the second question. If that sounds good, we will open the rooms, and then we can start with the playing. And indeed, I offered Stockholm to play it within the room, just the three of you, putting you on the spot, and then feedback to us in the end. But the rest going to breakouts and then share within the groups. Arus, are you here with us? No, disappeared. Arus was just gonna share the story because her connection was interrupted, and when she started the story, we had to close. We closed the room. So I was hoping
I'm so curious.
Yeah, exactly. There you are, Arus. Can you hear us? I would love to hear it if you're open to share as a closing.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, hallelujah, I'm back. Hello, everyone. So yes, it was in Timișoara in 2019. I met someone, and then I completely fell in love with Romania and with Timișoara. It's not connected to my professional life, but it was something that changed me a lot. And then since then, I consider that Romania is my second home, or the place that my heart belongs to, and specifically Timișoara. And yeah, it was a huge thing for me, and it is, and it will be forever. Thank you.
Thanks, Aros. And you live in Armenia now, and you're from there. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I live in Yerevan now.
Mhm.
I
And we
just
have nice. We have a couple of Romanians here who were sending you the hearts for this story. Thank you all. Thanks for sharing. I hope you had a good time in your small breakout. Before we sign off, I want to invite you to connect either on LinkedIn or wherever you feel like, just leaving your name, email address in the chat so you can keep in touch with each other. And then we will close because we have other important sessions to go to.
Yes, don't forget about the next session about the data roadmap, shaping the future of our network. And of course, the resources in the makerspace.
Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thanks for joining. Take care. Bye bye.